So I want to tell you that the social media managers are the ones who help the brands to find their voice. They are the ones who turn the brands into the online presence. So when it comes to the social media manager role, they are the ones who turns the storytelling into the scroll stoppers. So they are the ones who turns the analytics into the applause. That's what the social media manager do. See, it's been 7 years now. You are right that 7 years back, the social media is not that platform where company wants to invest their time. So, like when I started, I was a law student. So, being a law student, I always wanted to, I love storytelling. So, this is something I always love. So, when I was in law, I started my own startup. So that's through the help of that startup, I started experimenting on the social media, and luckily it get clicked that my engagements. I got a very good engagements through my startup. So it's like I tested myself, and through that I got the opportunity to work for small brands because they saw my work. Like I said to everyone, create your own portfolio. If you don't have anything, if you don't have any startup, just create your own portfolio for the brands you love. Just pick one brand you love and just start creating the content, and your portfolio is ready, right? So that's how things happen. And with the time, I realized law is not for me. I think I made for content creativity. See, I love creating, expressing, and connecting with people. So that's what make you good at social media. So many people think that social media managers work is just posting pretty pictures all day. It's not about that, dude. In reality, we are the part-time psychologists, we are the part-time creators, we are the part-time stand-up comedians, we are the crisis manager. Why I said stand-up comedian, I'll come back to that, because humor saves various campaigns. If you add humor, people will relate to it, and your campaign boom. It's like that. So this is what I want to say about the social media manager. I want to tell to my audience that if you are feeling emotional, if you are feeling alone, and if you are feeling sleepy, do not post. This is my personal experience. See, internet is there forever, but screenshots, they run faster like Wi-Fi. So when you are ready to post, when you think that you are not going out of your brain is not going empty right now, don't post. If you are ready, if you are when you are in a very good mood to understand the creativity, then only go for it, otherwise not. So that's my personal experience so far. Well, I would say that the students, if they want to really opt for the social media as their career, they should pick the brand they love, and also they can evolve the college fest and the college events that happen, so
Hmm.
they can redesign their social media strategy. I should say that they should consider this as that is their real client project. If you are taking this as a real client project, boom, you already have started your portfolio.
Yeah.
You have already started your portfolio material, because you have to grab the opportunities to create the content. Okay, only if you are taking the social media as a career. I would say, I'll be very honest to this. People, if they really love creativity, if they like, creating, expressing, connecting, so I think they should start creating the content. But there is a one thing, there's a thin line I would like to explain here is creativity doesn't work without strategy. And for that, you need to understand the core of marketing and communication. Without that, you will not understand what people like and what they don't like. Yes. So, see, when you opt for any new job in the organization, they definitely see what certifications you have done, right? So, according to me, there are two major certifications I would like to highlight here. The first is the Meta Social Media Marketing certification, and the second is the Google Analytics. Google Analytics works in various platforms in social media and outside the social media. So, these are the two things you should definitely opt when you're looking to have a career in the social media. I would say that they should go for the marketing, any degree which specialize in the marketing and communication, because at the end, if you want to go into this field, digital world, you should know you should have the knowledge of the marketing, you should have the knowledge of the communication. So there are various bachelor degrees, like in mass communication you can opt for some marketing degree, and that will really help you in the future. Okay, so my first role was as a social media intern. Okay, and I started working for free for an organization for almost 6 months as an intern. And literally, I have learned a lot. I test myself through that opportunity. And what I realized is, that engagement drives more than aesthetics, and the best content ideas you will get from the comments, not from the campaigns. And that actually worked. So through the internship, I after completion of my internship, I got one client to another, and that's how my journey started. So my day starts from checking the DMs. Like, it's full of chaos from the clients, from the managers, from the team. This happened, that happened, and then it's like checking the analytics and then planning the post for the social media, and managing what works and what not works. So my whole day goes into, okay, this works, this don't work. This is how it going to happen. This is how it going not going to happen. So, and the remaining time works on convincing the clients about, this will work, this will not work. So that's how my day goes. What is unpredictable is when the client call you at 10 p.m. and ask you for the urgent edit. This is something which is like, okay, we have to do this. Okay, so that's how the things happen. Well, I would say that creativity builds the vibe. And if my insights says, that the carousel work better than any other post, so I'll make sure to make the content so much fun that people will not realize that that is educational content. Okay, so content calendar, I would like to highlight one thing here is content calendar are the ones where we plan the monthly things, like what going to happen. If today is a post about like a normal poster, and then tomorrow it's like a tropical, then on the day after there's a reel, and then day after then a video. So you have to plan everything. Now, the first thing you need to understand the client requirements, what exactly they want. If they want a 20 posts in a month, so you have to schedule your calendar accordingly that your 20 posts will fit in that month properly, along with some creativity, because nothing works without creativity. You won't get anything if your creativity is not there. And when it comes to creativity, I always say that always feel the audience and then create the content. So when it comes to the content calendar, ask the client requirements. If they are saying it like 20-30 posts in a month, plan it accordingly. Just make sure that don't repeat the same thing again and again, because then that make your social media boring. So accordingly, create the content, ask the client requirements, and if they are saying for 20 to 30 posts in a month, plan your 30 posts in a month, how it works. That's how I create my content calendar. So in that case, I would like to highlight few things. First thing is that you need to understand the audience behavior. You should know who is your target audience. You should know what your audience like and what don't like. I always say that, competitors research works very well in this situation. You need to understand that why your competitor, one of the content reach millions, and why your content with the same nature don't reach to the million. So for that, you need to understand, and in this case, research work plays a very important role. There are, certain things that you need to analyze. That is, you should be a best researcher when it comes to understand the Instagram algorithm. Secondly, you need to understand what your competitors actually do. You need to understand, are they posting every day or are they posting day after, like 2 to 3 days gap and then they are posting. So you need to understand the algorithm through your competitors only if you are new to this. And once you understand that, how actually things work, through that you can start and have your basic understanding. With time, you will realize, because you need to test yourself every day, and nobody knows what works out until you test it. The great social media content is like a band. You need lyrics for the copywriter, you need a designer for the rhythm, and you need analytics for the applause. So in this case, I think the designers, the copywriters, and the developers, at time we need their help. So they are like my lifeline right now, means. And the most important thing is, it get clicked only when, all of these people respect each other creative space. If you are respecting each other creative space, it's not a competition, it's a composition, right? So that's how the great social media content comes up, when you have these people around and they respect each other creative space. would like to say that there are 5 things that I myself follow, and these are top 5 skills. Every person who wants to go into this field should have. The first, I would say that there's a term I use. It's TAPD. It's STAPD. Okay, so S stands for the storytelling. The T stands for the trends stopper. The third is the P, that is patience, because algorithm test you every single day. And the STAPD is for the design sense. You should have a design sense. You cannot, think that you just want to handle the social media. No, you have to have a design sense, and that is STAPD, and that is the D is the design sense. So these are the top 5 skills a person should have while they want to opt for this role. And if you have these things, boom, you will be doing great in social media.
Which
So this is my recent situation I would like to share here with my client. It was very difficult to explain to the client, that viral quite cannot be scheduled. Okay. And the most important thing is, another toughest part that I'm sharing is to explain the client that why funny meme perform better than the 1,000 rupees of photo shoot. So this is my recent experience that happened with me, and this is something toughest that I'm sometimes, not able to explain to the client why this didn't work and why this worked, because, and there's one more thing. This is a lesson that I have learned is through this thing is people love relatable content more than the polished content. So yeah. Matrix, I should say that saves and shares. If your content, if people are bookmarking your content, you already hit the home. It's like that. So why they are saving your content, because obviously that is very helpful for them, that they can relate too much with that, or maybe they got some learning from that content. So for me, the matrix that really works is the saves and shares more than the likes and followers, I'll be honest. I go offline, okay, because that's the only thing now can save me, because the real ideas come from the real life, not the explore tab every time. Okay, so whenever I say that I go offline, it means that I'm just spending some time with myself to just freshen up my brain, to get ready for the new creativities, new creative ideas. So that's what my go-to thing whenever I feel like that. The growth of social media is not a straight ladder. Okay, it contains a lot of thousand of things. Like there's a thing where people don't realize that you will directly become a social media manager. No, that won't be possible. Okay, if you are new, if you are a fresher, start as a content creator. Okay, try to feel the platform first, and then move to the strategist, means where you understand what audience think towards the content. And once you had, when you have that speciality to understand the audience behavior, then you can think of head of social, where you have to create the post that align with the business goals. And at the end, I always says, when the brand doesn't ask you for the captions, but it asks you to for the how to grow the page, that means you have you have achieved that level where the brand is directly asking you not for the caption, but they're asking you for the ideas and the growth of the business. So yes. See, it totally depends, organization to organization. There are organization who is giving you way too good, which you get after 3 to 4 years of experience. I would say, when I started with just rupees 10,000 at that time, 7 years back. So now it depends upon the experience. If you are a fresher, okay, so it ranges from 10 to 15K initially, and once you gain the experience for like 2 to 3 years, a good experience, then it may range to 5 to 6 somewhere. And the moment you move to the leadership roles, like the social media manager or social media head or a content manager, like that kind of roles, then I should say that it's above 6 LPA. I mean, now after that, it totally depends on the organization what they want to offer you. Totally depends upon your skills, what kind of certifications you have done, what kind of degrees you have get. So these are the certain things that actually happening in real world. Okay, the first step is be consistent. Okay, create content consistently, because consistency will give you credibility. And the second most important thing is reach out to people. You know, if you are new in this industry, you have to offer help to the small startups, small businesses, in fact the brands. Just send them DMs. You can LinkedIn is a very good platform when it comes to this thing. You can connect with people. Do it has certain limitations, but through that you can connect with people, tell them, this is what your portfolio is, this is what you have worked so far, this is the brand I have created the content for. So these are the two things that you should really start doing it. Firstly is be consistent, and the second is reach out to people, because this is going to give you a very good resume that people are looking for. So yeah. Well, I should say that research work from the law, because law is a field where you really have to do a lot of research. Second is writing from any field. You should know, that you can write for any field, be it IT industry, be it e-commerce, be it SaaS industry, any type of industries. You should know how to write. And the third most important thing is the communication, because if you cannot explain your things clearly, you will not able to succeed in this. So you really need to work upon your communication skills. So there are three most important things from other fields that we can grab: is the research work from the law, the writing from any industry, and the third most important is your communication. Because if you can able to explain things properly with all these three criterias, you are going to do really good in this industry. All of them, because everything that is mock-up, internships, everything, this is an opportunity. Take this as an opportunity, because if you can showcase all of this, see, you should take your portfolio should be like your playground. Just fill it as much as you can to showcase to the people what exactly you have done. So I think all of them is important. They should stay journal first, to understand the market, and then they should specialize their own style. They should know what their style is. Like mine is humor and human emotions, human connections. So this is my style. And then if you can specialize your own style, be it any industry, food, like any fashion brand, you can do, like for every, like you can do for any brand, whatever you want to do, like for the social media, for being a social media manager. So I think these are the things that need to. And social media culture, you should know how to get social media culture, not just use it. Okay, because if you know how to market yourself, the brand itself comes to you and take you to be the part of them. So in this thing I would say that social media is the one who understand the culture of it. That's all. Okay, so if I'll take a real life example, I'll take the example where AI is actually something which creating faster captions, faster content. Matlab, more than even you think, it will just portray things for you in a second. What I have learned through that is, I usually says that, hooks and the descriptions and the taglines, I take the help of AI for that, because AI helps you understand the tone of your text, which turns your content into saves. And second thing is that I generate content ideas based on the trending keywords with the help of AI, because AI is something, it's an assistant, it's like an assistant for you, which never run out of ideas. So when it comes to the AI tools, I would say Sprout Social is one of the tool. Second is Rival.iq, it's an AI tool. And the third is the WordStream. It's a keywords related tool which will help you what is the search volume of the keyword, because there is a keyword planner which is of Google, but I think most of the people, I think it's paid. So WordStream is a free tool which you can use for generating and understanding the keyword market. I think it's AI driven, definitely. And the one thing that I can see in the next 5 years is that more authenticity in storytelling. And the third most important thing that you said is the unpredictable things, like for the next 5 years. The chaotic part, actually, I would say that social media is always chaotic. Even now, even after 10 years, after 5 years, despite we have the AI now, the AI works really well, but at the end, it's the human who want to run the AI, right? So nothing is possible without the human to be the part and to conduct the help of the AI. So these are the things I feel that it will be AI driven. It will be like more authentic in storytelling, and the most important thing is it's going to be very chaotic in the coming years for sure. Now also it's very chaotic, so I can imagine then next 5 years also it's going to be the same. So I think just grab a book, create the content, create the content for the brand you love, you want to create the content for yourself, just create it, and then you see the results on the social media with the right approach. And through that you can create your own portfolio, means just treat it like you are the real first client, just treat it like a first client, like you are your first client. So how you portray the things, so that is the thing that I want to say to the audience. Well, I would say, it's amazing to have such a kind of conversation when people literally talk to you about what exactly this field, you know, works, how it works. And the other person will ask you only because they know that, you have done a lot in your career, and when you get the chance to share everything that you have done in your career, this is something, the conversation that I never want to get end. This is something I want to go on for like next 24 hours. You just talk to me, just ask me whatever you want to ask. So this very amazing and interactive section that I had with you, and I'm looking forward that soon we'll meet again.